I have met my deadline since I launched the channel, except 3 days ago, I failed. I was working on a video, something about motivation. It might seem ironic not to deliver content on such subjects, but the drive was there. The problem arose when I played it back. To be blunt, I've been working on these videos 3 days before their due date. In fact, my latest three were last minute creations. Too many chefs, working on many things at the same time. And for some reason, I made this one my top priority. But by the time I get to it, I have to pause my other works, and hardly anything is getting done. On top of that, I've been delivering poor quality. But the one I failed to release, after proofreading, I realized I'm becoming a narcissistic asshole. Or maybe that which made me arrogant and veiny to begin with is re-emerging. The chain of events of creation begins with a point, preferably a revelation. When the voice appears, I must write as quickly as possible before she disappears. Of course, these moments happen when I least expect. Sometimes I have to record the voice on my watch, but when I can write, I have no time to spell check or punctuate. This is when I use words like you and they, in third person, but I am speaking to myself. Because I have been trying to satisfy dates, I have been omitting the editing phase, to my detriment. My presentations have been sloppy and rushed. I have not lived up to my standards, settling with the fuck it mentality, submitting to my consciousness that something is better than nothing. When I launched the channel, I did not know what was to become of it. Exactly. I'm still stumbling in the dark, but I found something I can commit to. In that case, something was better than nothing. But now that it's kind of something, I'm laying anything on top of anything, and it is now there for the sake of being there. It is still organized in a way, at least it feels like it's going somewhere. Still in the dark, however, but with hands now. The ground is still unknown though. Whether I do something I am not proud of, or am, or do nothing at all, I still feel like this power is always by my side. If I am to share my mind, I must go through my words and modify the land, otherwise I seem preachy. I should not be answering questions, that's my business. I should be asking them instead, and walking with the answers. The answer, which is the universe. In hindsight, that makes them less cringy. This is what happens when I start smoking weed. I begin to care what others think, and I should, because when I'm sober, I don't want people feeling sorry for me. And that makes me one with the golden rule. I do not feel narcissistic when this happens, but I am cold. I keep to myself so no one is directly bothered by my existence, but then I also have to bear the life of a very lonely man. I don't complain about it, but whatever damage isolation does to a person, I'm always trying to resist, challenging the idea that we are social creatures. So then I get a little high, and the colors pop, and though lonely, I am not alone. And I become so anxious I begin to read their minds. But it's my own imagination of what they might think. Another arrogant trait. But no matter how much I try to keep my narcissism in check, something angers me, and the voice begins to call the shots. I recall this feeling when I had Facebook. I was constantly on my phone, posting pictures of myself, making stupid faces in front of the mirror, and showing the world how much of a stud I am. It was usually the things I did that required no talent that got me the most attention, and that began a positive feedback loop that made me blend with the crowd. But I didn't feel brainwashed, because no matter what trends I played, I did them in my own way. Ugh. The me from the future is looking at me now, looking at me from then, and that one was masking and drinking away a pain that came from a lie. And this liar was insecure because he grew up fat and cared about the words of those who could hardly even be remembered. This guy right here used to have too many dreams, and then he failed. Today is the anniversary of the most consequential failure in me. The day I was caught betraying my soul. The day I got abducted, brought back to Earth too early. What was actually meant for today, the plan, deplanned, this bomb gone, all these worked days in haze. Here it goes again, delaying the song too old, too late. And 7 years later, what has changed? I have a lot of projects to do. I used to have many projects to do, but they have been condensed. I still have too many. I want to make music. It's the most important thing. But it cuts through them all and lays in bed, supporting everything else, crippled in its own way. So long as I correct it and tell the truth, that is the essence of development of a void, the process of failure and how to keep it away.